Welcome to Quad Fathers Production. My name is Mr. Arby. I just wanted to show you how this stack looks from the top when I remove that aluminum cage from the frog light. I used a reverse jack to install this, and basically what you do is you split a nut. It's like splitting a nut, a standoff in two, but because it's not connected, it's not so long, you're able to have an adjustment. You can screw down on one against your board, you can screw up on the other against the VTX or whatever board you're coming up to secure it. There is a way where you can take, this has got like a 22 millimeter maximum standoff as far as this aluminum part is concerned there on the butt. It's about 22. And a person can, if you'll run 20 inch 3 by 20 inch, 20 millimeter screws, you can take your super wire, your 12 gauge super worm, and make you 2 millimeter standoffs, or 3 length is fine. Probably 3's best. And slide it on there, and then put your power distribution board on. Take your 4 nuts, screw it down, and compress that super wire, super worm standoff that you have made, or bushing, or whatever you want to call it. You just screw it down until you get it compressed where you want it. And that's exactly what I did. And then the next thing you do is, once that's in place, you put you a standoff, a small standoff, about a 4 millimeter standoff. That seems to give you plenty of room. A person could use one nut and then possibly get that board in. Let's see. I wouldn't advise it. You need at least 2 nuts. All right. If you don't want to use that standoff, you don't have a standoff, use 2 nuts. In other words, put a nut down and lock it down. Put another nut on there, and then put your board on. And what that does is that lets you raise that by moving that other nut from below. You've got 2 nuts. You can move that top nut up to get whatever distance you want. And you need to get your little 7/16 offset wrench if you're going to do and what it does, it lets you be able to get in here from the side and do whatever you want to the nuts. See what I'm saying right here? It lets you get through the nuts and take and loose it. In here you can adjust it. You can stick it in here, and you can put that on the, let's see, it's kind of hard when you put that on the nut, and then you're able to up and down it like that. Now, once you get your control board in position, you put 2 more nuts on there, and then you put your VTX on there, and you can adjust the VTX the same way. Remember, you have lots of room there. In other words, you can, once you get the first nut on, you don't have to screw the second nut down all the way. You can use it as a standoff from anywhere from 4 to whatever millimeter you need till you run out of screw. Now, you say, well, I want to soft mount some stuff. Well, all you got to do is take the super worm and make your little standoffs like I've demonstrated before in my other videos. Put it in there as long as you want, compress it down, and you have a standoff. You have it rubberized. Rubberize it from the bottom, put another rubber on the top, and then use another nut to compress those down like you want them, to give it as much stability as you want to give it. You may have a control board that wants you hard mount it. Well, you hard mount it. Might have one that you need some soft mount. Well, then you soft mount it. You have plenty of room as you compress that super worm wire standoffs that you've made. And then the last one is just put your VTX, and you can put a nut. Here, what I've done, I made a reverse jack and screwed it into the standoff. and that was just to be able to mount this flush and just have a screw here instead of a nut. It was just different choice. You accomplished the same thing. This thing really looks nice, doesn't it? You got, I don't have gloves, so you got your motor wires here, and you got you got two wires you're going to run over here to these sides underneath, and and these others just jump. You can leave a little room in here on your wires. You got so much room. I mean, really, you've got boo-coos of room here. I'm gonna back off and let's see. Got lots of room. And I could make this tighter if I wanted to. I mean, I got a pretty good set of standoff in there. I can come down another millimeter on each one if I wanted to, no problem. But see, you can get to your boot button there. Everything is, when you design something, make sure you gain something. If you want to lose something, make sure you gain more than you're going to lose. Anyway, innovation, that's where it's at, gentlemen. We keep working on it. We're going to have ways that these young people can put these birds together themselves and make it easy on them. And have a great day.